Are you reactive or proactive? Let's start with a small assessment and ask a few questions of ourselves, and in the meantime, I'll try to give you some examples on how proactive and reactive people think. What is your attitude towards learning? Reactive people tend to think that they know enough and don't see the point in learning. But proactive people always keep learning and developing themselves. No matter at what age they are and how busy they are, learning and acquiring new skills will always be their priority. What is your mindset at work? Reactive people do what they're told, and when it's done, they just wait for more orders. Proactive people, while doing a job, are always looking for improvement and opportunity. That's why they'll be more likely promoted to higher positions, while those who wait for orders always get stuck in the same jobs for years. What is your attitude towards change? Proactive people strive for change because that means they're moving forward, whereas reactive people just settle into the same old routine, and change for them is associated with discomfort and unpleasant feelings. In general, reactive people tend to deal with things as they come. These people are often referred to as firefighters because everything for them is done in the last minute. Reactive people are often surprised by situations such as, was the exam planned today? Oh my God, my project deadline at work is tomorrow. I can't believe I have all these tasks at the same time. The problem with reactive people are that they don't plan things. They show up to life unprepared and deal with things as they come, which eventually leads to two main things. First, they waste a lot of time with unproductive activities. And second, they often feel overwhelmed with things when few of them have to be done in the same time. But of course, it only happened because things were not planned out. The second group of people are proactive people. This group of people are very organized and they project themselves into the future rather than focusing only on what's happening in front of them. So let's have a look at the main characteristics of reactive and proactive people. Characteristic number 1. Proactive people don't blame anyone or anything. Reactive people blame circumstances, conditions, and conditioning. It is easy to blame others for your failures because it looks like you don't do anything wrong and it's not your fault. But what I want to point out here is that this is a key element of your own internal power. If something didn't work out as it should, don't justify it with excuses. Accept the fact and learn from it. Here are two good things that can happen even if things didn't work out. A. You had practical insight in how it's done and you experienced it. B. During that process, you definitely acquired new knowledge that gave you the new ideas that you can use to approach same situations next time. Characteristic number 2. Proactive people's behavior is a product of their conscious choice based on values. Reactive people's behavior is a product of their conditions based on feelings. Let's say you want to become more fit and you start to practice a healthy lifestyle. That means you'll have to start exercising, eat healthy, and maintain a different daily routine from the one you currently have. If you're driven by this value, then nothing will get in your way. But if you're driven by feelings, you'll soon find out that some days you're too tired to exercise. Some days you have other priorities. And of course, you don't want to run when it's raining and the excuse list goes on. And when the perfect day has arrived and there's no more excuses, that voice inside you says, well, I haven't been exercising for a week now, so I don't see the point to do it now. When I will start to exercise, I'll do it every day. Of course, I don't have to tell you that this never happens. And that's how it is in real life. There's always so many other things to do that we can have 365 excuses per year only not to do it today. So define your values and make sure you prioritize them when the choice comes. And remember that the choice is not going to be, oh, I have a spare 90 minutes now, so I'll just go exercise now. You'll have to make a choice. After a 10-hour day at work, when you're already tired from all the issues you had to deal with during the day, you can either go for a run in the rain or just watch TV at home where it's warm and relaxing. So stay tough. Characteristic number 3. Proactive people are still influenced by external stimulus, but their response is value-based choice. Reactive people build their lives around others' emotions. Everyone is influenced by their environment around them at any given time. But proactive people stay focused on their values, where reactive people find it more difficult because they feel dependent on others. I've been in this trap as well, when I feel so dependent on someone else that I lose sense of myself. I remember when I was looking for a publisher for my product, and it felt like my product's launch success was depending on the publisher. I was being reactive and driven by my feelings and emotions. When I got the publishing deal, I was so excited and convinced my product was going to succeed. My publisher helped me with preparing my product for launch. He made my product available in the market, and he also advertised the product and acquired users. When the product was launched, it didn't take long for me to realize that it was not going to be successful. And it wasn't because of the publisher. It was a product that didn't perform well in the market, and guess who was responsible about my product and its design? That's right, me. So it works out at the end of the day that I had the most influence on the product's launch and success. But I got caught into my feelings and emotions that my product success is in someone else's hands. Now let's have a look at some of the ways at how you can become a more proactive person. First, predict and prevent. Proactive people are rarely caught by surprise. You have to anticipate problems and events. This usually happens when we know something is going on, but instead of dealing with it straight away, we avoid it and hope that it will disappear. But that is not how things work. Things don't disappear. They either 1. Get resolved, 2. Or they grow and explode. It is so much easier to deal with the issue when it arises rather than later, because it's always smaller in the beginning and you don't have to deal with the consequences of the issue. So be the person who gets involved straight away. I know this is not easy, but it is the right way. Second, plan. Proactive people have planned daily agendas. That's right, they don't just show up to life and wait for what life is going to throw at them. They plan their time closely. I personally plan my daily activities every day. As I approach my day, I have a list of tasks, a to-do list, that I have to complete every day, and unless I have completed my to-do list, I don't do anything else. There's so much going on in everyday lives, and if we don't stay focused on what we have to do, we'll soon get lost in other activities that we don't even intend. Third, have clear goals and vision. Having clear goals and vision will help you to stay on track. Planning your goals are completely different from daily task planning. Daily tasks are small things you actually do on a daily basis, where your goal is to achieve something bigger, such as submitting a business plan, launching a project, or learning a new skill. It is very important that you have bigger goals and vision. Your goals and vision will drive you while you're working on your daily tasks. Here are some of the things that you can do to help you maintain and improve your vision and goals. A. Set milestones and evaluate progress against them. It's easy to get demotivated at the early stage of a project because you can't see the fruits of your work. Be realistic about what is possible at every stage of the project and evaluate your progress against planned milestones, not the final goal of the project. B. Consult with someone who has done it before. It is important while you have a goal to make it very clear and more detailed about what exactly you're trying to achieve. You don't have to refine your goal with an industry top consultant. Ask a friend who's done a similar project to help you refine your goals and vision. This will help you to avoid typical traps you don't want to be falling in. C. Surround yourself with people who are passionate about the same thing you are. You can do it by joining communities or attending seminars. These things have helped me a lot, and I hope they will serve you too. Certainly, there are times when it's appropriate to be reactive. We have plenty of decisions to make in the moment. There are times when we need to be flexible and adapt to a rapidly changing environment. There are times when long-term plans must be abandoned in order to meet immediate needs. And there will always be those unavoidable roadblocks that even the most proactive person in the world would not have been able to foresee or avoid. However, the ability to be proactive provides a clear advantage if you strive to improve any area of your life. If you have any questions about areas of life where you're struggling or want to make improvements, please tell me in the comments below or write to me at Facebook or Twitter. and I'll make a video about how best to approach it.